You all know that we are igniting the blockchain today with Vivian from EZYcount, and this is the crypto woman, otherwise known as Elizabeth. Vivian has a master's in international management and was the CFO of Selectron Systems before he started his own accounting software company several years ago called EZYcount. And now he is taking parts of that business to the blockchain. And he is here to describe that to us and tell us about how it's going to work and how we can participate. Hi, Vivian.
Hi, Elizabeth.
Nice to have you here. And
thank you for inviting me.
Did I miss anything in your background that you'd like to fill in any gaps?
No, I think it was pretty much everything. Maybe I'm Swiss, so that's to know where I'm from. I'm also a father of a small boy of 15 months, and I'm living in Bern, the main city in Switzerland. Okay. So I think that's pretty much it.
Good. That's very good. And we're here to talk about the future now, and the future is actually starting right now. It's going on with EZYcount. You just told me that we have a new link on Bitcoin Talk, and that part of the private token sale is going on right now. So we need to find out how to participate that and what is EZYcount.
Yes. So we started in 2015, the first version of EZYcount. The idea was to simplify accounting for self-employed and small companies in Switzerland. And it came directly from the need of the father of one of the co-founders who actually had a big issue. Some people came into the house and stole his PC, and he lost all his data, and then he had to work. He had to do his accounting again, and he knew me, and then I came there to help, and then we looked at it, and the software he was using was way too complicated for him. So we looked at the market. We didn't find anything which was simple, and then we created it EZYcount. So system is live. We have hundreds of customers right now on the system in Switzerland. They are self-employed from any type of job. But what we realized last year was actually we were simplifying accounting for them, but it was not enough. Okay. And the actual need was to automate it completely.
So automation.
Exactly. So
yeah. Actually, after talking with you, I think that Ardor Next Group might now have a new accounting program. Blockchain, right?
Yeah.
But keep going. Tell everybody else why this is such a great software system.
And so basically what we do, we connect to data sources such as banks. And for example, we already have a connection with a Swiss bank, the Banque Cantonale du Valais. So basically, customer of that banks have the transaction the next day, where the transaction happened. The next day, it's in EZYcount. So the data is there. And then at the moment, people still need to go inside the system and say, okay, that transaction is, for example, sales, or it's salary, or it's my rent. And why we're doing an token sales now is because we want to build an AI on top of it, on top of the current system, to do those clicks for the person. So basically, within 2 years, for self-employed, the system will run itself completely automatically. So you will not need to do accounting anymore in 2 years.
I can't wait. It can't happen soon enough. But something really interesting about putting it on the, let's talk about that. Why the blockchain?
So the blockchain is in two parts for EZYcount. The first part, which is right now, is we had the issue when we wanted to do finding the funding for the AI. We said, okay, we need 2 million. We need at least 1 million. How are we going to do that? And we wanted to actually make the community participate. integrate our customers, potential customers, and so on. So we said, okay, it would be really great to actually sell lifelong licenses. So people that actually support us now don't pay in the future. And then looking at how we could realize that technically, we had a big issue, because how are we going to create software licenses that people can hold? And then if they come to us in 5, 6, 7 years, we can still check if they are valid or not. Right. And then there's a couple of years, I'm already interested in the blockchain. I'm following the very passionate way how the environment is going. And we actually looked at it and say, hey, how would it look like if we put the license on the blockchain? And by doing that, it's very fantastic, because we could give a real proof of ownership to the person who purchased a license. So he actually has the tokens and he owns them, and then he can do whatever he wants with it. So he can, he can own them, he can send them to someone, he can sell them, he can purchase more of those. And then when someone comes back to us, it could be anyone, someone who purchased that from, I don't know, from Mr. Dumont buys some token and sells them to Mr. Henri, who then sends them to Mr. Xavier. When Mr. Xavier is coming to us, the only thing we need to do is check if his tokens with, against the blockchain, if it's matched or not. So it's also very simple for us to integrate that. And that's actually why we're using now the blockchain.
You are using the blockchain for that now?
Yes. Exactly. For the that's why we're doing the ICO, and that's why there is the announcement which was posted today, as you said, about the private sale is going on. So going on right now, the first part of the private sale until the 15th of August, and then there's the second part of the private sale till the 15th of September, and then 15th of September starts the public sales till the 15th of October, and then from there on, it will be 2 years' time, and then there will be no need to do data input in accounting anymore.
Are you getting push out anything incrementally to make life easier for me, or do I just have to wait for that 2 years?
So basically, we're going to do that incrementally. So we follow the lean startup model, where the idea is to improve the system, get a lot of feedback, and that's where really the blockchain and the community is fantastic, because we can really get people to tell us, what do you think about the first step we're doing, and then we can continue to improve and then do step by step. So the first step will actually give people the opportunity to put some rules in the system. For example, if in the banking transaction there is a word rent, so please book it in my rent account, and so on. So that will already make the life easier for you. And then we will start to build the AI, which comes on top of it. And then the AI will actually go on it and try to make those bookings. And when the AI is going to do those bookings, that's actually where we have a patent in Switzerland for it, is the AI is going to give you a score. Because what we need to be careful in accounting compared to other area where we use AI is that the AI cannot take wrong decision, because it's accounting. So the AI need to be correct at all time, and if not, need to ask the user to confirm. So actually, there is the success score that will come up, and at the beginning, the success score will probably be quite low, but based on the rules and the history of the user, and as time goes and we implement the other improvement on the AI, we feel confident that really within 2 years we're going to be extremely high.
Right.
And
and you have 2 products right now that are actually full production, have customers using them. One is an accounting software and one is for invoicing.
Exactly.
And, you can find those on your website, EZYcount.ch.
Exactly, it's EZYcount.ch. They are available in French, German, and English.
Good.
And you can do accounting on one side, you can do invoicing, and you can connect those two if you want. And I think what's very important for accounting is connection. We need to connect to a lot of systems. We need to connect to the banks, to the credit card, to the blockchains.
Yes.
Because by connecting to blockchain, we could actually do the accounting based on the transactions of the blockchain. And yeah, so
Wow.
very, very exciting.
Do you have plans to make an accounting system that will connect various blockchains for accounting purposes? Wow, I could imagine there's a great need for that.
Yeah, so that's definitely the target. Now there are so many connections we could do. We're really keen in listening to the community and people who want to help us. And
Mhm.
for example, we have now a partnership with a company in Geneva who's working with WooCommerce, which is the e-commerce solution of WordPress, and they're going to help us to connect to WooCommerce so that so people using WooCommerce as an e-commerce solution can have their accounting automated thanks to EZYcount AI and directly in the WordPress. And
Okay.
that's really the kind of connection which take EZYcount and the AI on the next level.
Okay, so you can pull all of that data from those instances into your accounting system too. So
Exactly.
I'm guessing that these connections are important, but also that collaborating with a lot of like these other projects and systems is important too. Tell me a little bit about what your plans are for that.
So basically, I mean, we know our part, and we know what EZYcount AI needs to automate a process, but we're really dependent on the other system and the other team of developers to open up, trust us, and help us integrate their solution. So we're at the beginning, we're looking to integrate some of the biggest banks in Switzerland because we're based here and we already have a network here. We're also looking to integrate point of sales solution. And we're also looking to integrate document management system such as Google Drive, Dropbox, also storage, for example, which is a blockchain project. But it's really dependent on talking to those projects and seeing if they are interested to collaborate or not. Because if we work with a collaborative environment, is going to allow us to go a lot faster than if we need to actually convince the other party to work with us.
Okay, so back when we talked about your licensing, I didn't talk about TALL, Taal.
Yes.
A
Yeah,
license.
exactly.
I know you didn't come up with that, the
True.
idea, the concept, but as far as you know, are you one of the first ones implementing it?
Yes. So basically, we are looking at how we can put those lifelong licensing on the blockchain, and then we start. We start Googling it. That's the usual way to go with it. And then we found out a really good article on Medium talking about token as a license, the Taal, and I found it very interesting because I found the link with SaaS, software as a service, are very similar. Something like 5 to 10 years ago, you would say SaaS to someone, they would not know what is it.
Mhm.
But then it came, people start to know what SaaS means. And then now if you say to someone, hey, I'm buying that software on SaaS, so they know, they have some idea, okay, it's going to be a software online, you're going to pay a subscription and so on. So we're really pushing right now on the Taal, token as a license, hoping to help go over the gap that people don't understand enough blockchain solution. So you have so much of those tokens around, utility token, security token, and there are a lot of gray area. People don't feel very sure about that.
Mhm.
So if we have other software company putting their license on the token, and we all talk about the token as a license and use a similar framework, it will be a lot easier for potential customer, potential investor to actually understand what the model, because it's actually always a similar model, is you put a software license on the blockchain, and then you actually have two possibilities. The first one is you do as we do, you do a lifelong software licenses, so actually it doesn't get consumed when you use it. Or you can do actually tokens as a license, let's say a normal one, like a software as a service system, where when people use it, they get consumed. There are quite a few projects using similar kind of license or model, but we're I believe we're one of the first projects really framing it with a token as a license and marketing it quite strongly on that word. I would really hope and find really cool if there are more software company using that term when they go on the blockchain with software licenses.
Groundbreaking in so many ways. Now, because we are, you have this model set up, token as a license or Taal, you got some feedback from your existing customers about this, and you set up a model that one of these licenses is going to cost 15,000. Can you
Yep.
explain that model to me a little bit?
Yeah. So what we did before we went to the blockchain, we actually talked to our customers and asked, way before the blockchain, we actually talked to our customer and made a little study and asked them, hey, with the actual EZYcount solution, with no improvement, how much are you ready to pay? So that you don't have to pay the yearly license. And actually, the feedback was between 1,000 to 5,000 Swiss francs to get one of the license. And so we decided to go a bit below the average at 2,000 and say, okay, the lifelong license is going to be 2,000. And then when we went to the blockchain and we looked at it, it was kind of like, okay, if we do a token for 2,000 Swiss francs, which is $2,000, we feel it's a bit high and it could actually block some people to invest. It's also not so nice if you own like 0.001 EZYTAL. That's a bit sad. So and because of the blockchain, we decided, okay, we can actually do every token is 10 cents. So if you have 20,000 token, you have a license. So it also allows you to have like a quarter of a license or half a license and allow people to invest, to support our project, even if they don't use the software, to actually sell it in 6 months or a year time.
Okay, yeah, that was a good explanation. There's another question that I want to ask you is why then, after all of this research that you did, all of this feedback that you got from your customers, all your plans for the future, why did you choose the Ardor platform, and how are you planning to specifically implement it?
So we looked at the different solution out there, and if you remember, beginning of the year, there was, and that's still quite up now. There's this big issue, like people are coding tokens, and then there are bugs on it. So as an investor, before you invest, you need to actually look at the code if you can, or hope there is an audit on it, so there is no security issue about the code which was done. And for our use, we were looking for an official asset issuer. And then when we actually met Travin, who is one of the principal persons at Agavon, and he talked to us about Ardor and NXT, and then we made some tests. Actually, by just downloading the official wallet, you can issue your asset. And we thought, okay, that's pretty cool because we can issue the asset. The terms of the asset are already public, and we already did it. So the 20 million tokens are there, so you can actually go check the terms on it, and you can check who owned them. So that's our company account who has them at the moment. And you know that because we use the official asset issuer, there's no bug in it because we didn't code a line, so we couldn't put a bug in it. So that's the first reason. The second reason is we wanted to allow our investor and people who purchased the coins to trade it very easily.
Okay.
And one of the issue we see at the moment is you purchase a coin and then you need to go open an account on an exchange or go in a decentralized exchange, and then you start to have like one account here, one account there, and so on. And it's not so easy. And what we saw with Ardor, which I really like, is if you have the asset, you have the marketplace, I think, which is straight into
the coin exchange.
Yeah, you have the coin exchange straight into the wallet. So basically, you just download that software, you get your tokens after the token sale, and you can straight there you can put your sales or buy order, and that's super easy. very convenient, and that's why actually we're using Ardor. And the last one, it's not the least, is when people come back to us, we can actually inside the solution we ask them, what is your wallet? So they put their wallet, but then how can we prove that they are the owner of the wallet? And we don't want a private key, so we cannot ask them for the private key. And the solution is actually to ask them to send a message. So we can actually, we see, okay, that wallet has a token, and then we ask the person, please send a message, and the person is going to send that message, and we can it actually proves the ownership of that wallet. Super easy, super cheap, and everything in one application. So that's really, it's so convenient. That's why we're going for that solution.
Okay. And your token is there, and it is called EZYount.
Yes.
And that makes sense. I still like that Taal. I hope we see there someday, and we can all think about this conversation or you and your project. And
yeah, I really believe that in the future we will see, Microsoft Taal, Adobe Taal, or maybe Ethereum Taal and so on coming up for all type of application. I mean, it would be great if you could just buy, Microsoft Taal, and you could use it then to do a Word document and an Excel sheet. And if you don't need anymore, you can resell them to someone else, because it's actually a right in the US and in Europe, which is given to people when they purchase software, so that you can actually resell it.
So many big possibilities for you, and I do wish you the very, very best. And
Thank you.
I just found out that in a few weeks I'll get to meet you in Switzerland, and that will be exciting. Maybe we can do another update even from there and let people know what's going on, if there's any new developments, or give them some insights into the token sale, because by then we'll be getting closer to the next stage. And I will post links down there for everybody to get information about how to find your white paper, how to participate in your token sales, and maybe even how to collaborate with you, get in touch, and give you feedback, because you are asking for feedback from the community. So, all right.
Thank you very much, Elizabeth. It was a pleasure to talk to you.
Yes.
Looking forward to see you in Zurich very soon.
Yes, we'll see you. Bye.